Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Tiffany, and it is Tell It Tuesday with me. I told you all that this month we'll be focusing on mental health, areas of stress. And this series is actually called our March Madness series, The Death to the Angry Black Woman. And today we're going to talk about how there's no gray areas. And I wanted to talk about bitterness and how men are bitter. I believe that a lot of times we focus a lot of the things and put the focus on the woman. We try to put the blame on the woman. And I know that through growth and through experience that we all have to grow. And I believe that as I share with these different topics, and we're going to tell it like it is. We're not going to just tell my truth. We're going to tell the truth on this channel. And the truth, one thing I love about the truth, it should set us free. Women are being intentional about reclaiming their pearls. Women are being intentional about trying to at least get their healing. But what I'm noticing and recognizing, and I understand as we dig into this message today, because y'all see I got this gray on, is no gray areas. If we want to build, if we want to grow, no area will be left unturned. It's all about mindset. It's all about our mental health. And a lot of people have been experiencing an enormous amount of stress, and we just can't focus on one and not address the other. So we're just going to tell it like it is. We're going to tell it like it is. So when we talk about bitter, the word bitter, I decided to look up what bitter mean, because I'm a mother of 3 sons. I'm a sister of an amazing brother. He's not perfect by far, but he's the best little brother I could ask for. One thing I don't want to see or experience is being in the hands of another bitter man. And let me tell you, we think that it's something being in the hands or around a bitter woman, and we like to talk about bitter women a lot, but make no mistakes about it, there are a lot of men that are bitter. And what bitter means, I'm going to share it. It says having a sharp prunent taste or smell. We was talking about, when you think about mental, your mind, your head right here. It's funny where our 4 of our senses are right here on our head, looking, smelling, tasting, hearing, and then touch is in our hands. And this is addressing 2. So it's saying that a bitter person, period, they have a sharp taste or smell about them, and it is not sweet. One of the similar words to it is acid. When you think about something acidic, it put some acid on you if you want to. Your behind gonna burn, okay? Put some acid on you if you want to. You're gonna burn. You're gonna burn. You're gonna burn. The second definition, it was talking about of people, their feelings or their behavior. And what I love about today's topic is the series. Hey, we're gonna annihilate and kill this whole thing like black women gotta be angry, or she feel, you feeling like you got a right to be bitter, when at the end of the day bitterness will kill you. It will eat you alive. And we want to address certain issues that are happening in the community, and it's a lot of bitterness going on, and it's in our men as well. And it's saying anger, hurt, or resentful because of one's bad experience, or a sense of unjust treatment on the behalf of women. I'm telling you, I want to apologize on the behalf of the toxic woman and the immature woman, the childish woman, the bitter woman. Like, my God, I'm telling you, it runs deep. I want to apologize on the behalf of the women that may have hurt our brothers. You know what I'm saying? In our ignorance, we don't know everything, but the worst thing you can do, and this is what I know what the enemy would do to play on our minds. He will have us in a season of isolation. We'll be by ourselves, honey. And we don't let the Lord speak to us. We let the enemy speak to us. We let the root of bitterness speak to us. We let anger be the motive behind how we move. And that's why, let me tell you, ladies, you got to sit back. Don't rush and analyze the situation, because you mess around and you done got caught up in the hands of a bitter man, a man that is resentful towards women because of something that his mama might have did, because of something that his ex might have had did. And that is a dangerous place to be. And we sit in these relationships and we don't talk about this stuff. And you're wondering why you're being mistreated or being mishandled a certain type of way. It's nothing sweet about it. Everything this man is doing is like killing you, because the man is bitter. The man is bitter, and you cannot make a person better. We have to do what we need to do. We have to do what we need to do as far as self-love, self-care, taking the time to reevaluate and reassess situations, because we need healing. It is an inner work of healing that needs to be done, because what's going to happen, everybody talking about, some people done gave up on love. Some people looking for it. But let me tell you, do yourself and your next relationship a favor and get rid of the bitterness. Get rid of the resentfulness. Forgive whoever did not appreciate all of the essence of what you had to bring to the table. And this is coming from a woman. I'm not perfect, but let me tell you what I had to do. I had to know that at the end of the day, I'm no longer going to settle for the short end of the stick. But in me not settling for the short end of the stick, I'm not going to take no anger, no rage, no wrath, no nothing out on the next person that did not have nothing to do with my previous experience. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to give thought to it. I'm going to let certain things go. I'm going to grieve the situation. I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure that bitterness don't have a hold on me. And see, these are the conversations that we sit here acting like we don't need to have. And we sit here acting like we don't see what is going on. But the enemy wants us to stay divided as a community. The enemy wants us to play the blame game. And that, let me tell you what the blame game and playing the victim gonna do. It's gonna have you sitting over there hurt in a pity party. Because don't nobody want to hear nobody else's pity party at the end of the day. Whatever choices we made, we got to give an account for the choices we made. We got to give an account for the beds we made, the beds we laid in, whatever we did, however we played it. And then we ended up getting played on the other end of it. You got to, listen, gather yourself, come to yourself, and know that you owe it to yourself to not be bitter, but be better. Because no one want to be around somebody that ain't sweet, that's not savorable, that's not desirable, that's just walking around with all of this resentment for the people that should not have that much power in your life. And that's what you do when you don't let go of bitterness. What you do when you don't choose to live in forgiveness and let them people go, whatever hurt they've done, whatever they've done. I'm telling you, and people, these women, I have to tell my children about these. I mean, this is another level of savagery around here. It really is. It's another level. And one thing we say, opposites attract, but we think that opposites mean, the opposites in a toxic way. No. All that dysfunction and all that bitterness and all that toxic mess. No, stop attracting what you don't want. And get your healing so that way you can attract someone that's whole as well. That way you can attract somebody that is in their right mind. Because clearly, we make bad choices. We make bad choices, but we don't have to let the bad experience, your personal bad experience, make you walk around not sweet. And this is why it's so important to not just look the part, but allow the inner workings to take place. And a lot of people are not doing the work that's needed on the inside. And it's nothing more distasteful. Let me tell you, it's nothing more distasteful than being bitter. You know what I'm saying? Sour, bitter, that ain't cool. I'm gonna have to tell you the truth. I'm gonna have to tell it today. I'm gonna have to tell it. And if I'm lying, somebody please tell me. Because if I'm lying, I'm flying. Tell me. It's a lot of bitter men They're strong, they're amazing, they're hardworking, they're handsome, super intelligent. But they're bitter about the experience that they've had. And these experiences may have been with a woman that didn't appreciate what they had to offer, didn't appreciate what they brought to the table. And let me tell you, you got to be mindful, because a person will try to hide their bitterness. But you pay attention to how a person move, how a person speak, what comes out of their mouth. And that's why women, we got to be okay with shutting up. Shut your mouth so you can hear what's going on. When you can hear the heart of the matter, when you can hear what's at the root of the issue. Because if you're not mindful, you will try to be a band-aid to a bitter man. Vice versa, men, don't be a band-aid to a bitter woman. Because what'll happen is your behind might not make it out alive. These relationships are causing a lot of mental stress, a lot of turmoil, a lot of resentment, and it is turning people to treacherous behavior. And some people do it in a passive way. I'm telling you what I see and what I know, what I see is no gray areas. Get your healing. Take time to heal from your past experiences. People done been in situations and relationships since children. Some relationships we shouldn't even been in. We didn't even know what we was doing. Some people is still so tied to different people. Like, you ain't gave yourself time to rest, to detox, to purge. And all them demons is wrestling up in your mind, in your body, in your spirit. You can't rest, you stressed. And you trying to be the next person stressed, but people ain't dealing with that. That go for women and men. That go for everybody. People not dealing with that. Yeah, people really fighting their own demons. People really fighting a lot of stuff. And what I know is, because in relationships, we like to talk about how men do this, men do that, men sleep around, boom, boom, boom. Come on, y'all. Y'all know it's a lot of women that do a lot of stuff too. And I'm talking about, it's women that can be loyal, and it's women that are disloyal. It is women that are treacherous, you know what I'm saying? And you mess around and you entertaining it because you done got wooed by the Jezebel. You know, you done got wooed. You sleeping with her, you sleeping with us, she sleeping with everybody. And you wondering why you all over the place. You wondering why you just all over the place, brother. You got to give yourself time to pull back and heal. Because men, it's a lot of men dealing with issues from their mother. I seen that post and people we don't have these conversations. And one thing with me being the mother of 3 sons, not one, I got 3. And I would do myself a disservice if I raise bitter children, if I raise broken sons, if I set them up for failure, to have them resent what I do and they take it out on the next woman. I would do myself a disservice as a woman to breed sons that would be rooted in bitterness, that don't got no sweetness about them. Because if you bitter, you ain't got no swag. Your swag is gone. Don't nobody want that. And what's happening, a lot of people done been corrupted from childhood. Give yourself time to address these issues. Give yourself time. Do yourself a favor and heal. Stop lying. Stop acting like you ain't angry. People around here is angry. Don't even know how to socialize and have a decent conversation just in general. Because they're angry and they're resentful for what has already taken place in their life. And you take it out and you can hear it in conversations. I don't know if it's... Can y'all hear? Can y'all see? Do y'all see what's going on? And I'm not even going to go into the movements that men are having. And you thinking... And I remember when you be like, dang, am I sleeping with the enemy? You thinking, you trying to figure out if you sleeping with the enemy. And you know what? You really sleeping with the enemy. Because a bitter man that is resentful about what a woman done did, whether that woman is his mama, ex-wife, whoever he is resenting, let me tell you, that's a dangerous man to be with. That is a dangerous place to be as a man. Do yourself a favor, especially if you got a daughter, especially if you really know that you desire love and you want to experience this thing called love, but the enemy used a female to rip your heart to pieces. My heart goes out to you. I'm telling you. Because there's some treachery going on out here in these streets. It's some treacherous streets, man. It's real. And I say this because, listen, I'm on a mission to let every woman know that her pearls need to be reclaimed. And every time I share what I'm doing with my sisters, because guess what? I'm a woman first. I can't be more loyal to the brothers and act like I'm not a woman and act like we don't have our own issues and our own problems and our own help that we need. But every time I say this and I share it, the men like, shoot, don't forget about us. We need empowerment too, man. You know? They don't want to be the way that they are. They don't want to feel the way. Who wants to feel way down and full of anger? I mean, that's a foolish way to want to feel. That's a foolish way to want to feel. And I tell you, I believe that this month, a lot of breakthrough, a lot of healing is going to take place. But we got to be conduit role players in the healing process. And this is from somebody that I done been in seasons of singleness, but I've never been as active as taking care of myself, self-care, self-love, making sure that I'm doing what I need to do. Because when you do what you need to do, you already know what you ain't going for. And let me tell you, the best thing that I could have did, and this is why I see that God had to mature me and clean me up and get my mind right. The best thing I could have did was begin to respect myself. The moment I gave myself the respect that I thought other people, whether it's men, my children, my family members, my mama, my sister and them could have gave me, let me tell you, when I started to do it for myself, I gave them more. When you give people respect, let me tell you what respect would do. I grew up old school. When they say respect gonna take you further than $1. So we put all the money aside. We put all the love aside. That's when they say it take more than love to have a relationship. But it's a recipe to this thing. It's a recipe to the madness. But one thing I know about respect, and that's why it's called self-respect. When I respect myself enough to have respect enough for the next individual, when I love myself enough to have love for the next individual, then I know what I ain't gonna spew on you. Because you don't have no right to feel what anybody else, what any pain or anything any trauma somebody thought that they was gonna bring and leave in my life. That ain't your fault. That ain't your fault. I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to heal from that. I'm going to grow from that. And I'm going to show you what it is. Because at the end of the day, it's a choice. And we got to begin to be intentional about knowing how to put people in their place in a respectable way. I'm telling you, I'm from the hood. And it's just so sweet when you can know how to tell people how to treat you. And tell people what you're not going to tolerate and what you ain't going to go for. And you don't have to do it in a treacherous and a bitter way. Because at the end of the day, you've done your part in the healing. You know, and a lot of people are hurt. A lot of people are broken. But if we want to grow as a community, if we want to grow as a unit, if we want to grow as a people, we're going to have to admit certain things. We're going to have to address certain things. We're going to have the conversation. It might seem so uncomfortable, but let me tell you, the truth sets you free. It's no gray areas. It's a lot of work that needs to be done, especially in the Black community. And I don't care about what's going in the next community or my community and my people are suffering. I take it serious. And at the end of the day, the best thing we can do as a people is tell the truth, be honest, be open, change our perspective, look at things with an open mind, but do your part. Because guess what? Faith without works is dead. Can y'all really see? Can y'all really see? It has gotten so bad to the point that people are careless in relationships, in conversations. They're numb to the fact to even believing that love even exists. Because people's hearts are being waxed cold. People are being lovers of themselves. If all people want to do is love themselves, care for themselves, how are we going to be fruitful and multiply? How are we going to multiply? as a people. If it's every man for theyself, it don't work like that. That's not the order of God. Do yourself a favor and get the healing that Jesus came to give us. Get the deliverance that Jesus came to give us. And a lot of times when we are sitting here seeking approval in different relationships, jumping from relationship to relationship, I feel like if you see a person and they just jump in and out relationship, jumping every way, all over. What you need a validation about? My God. Settle yourself. Yeah, your mama and them, your dad and them probably ain't gave you what you need, but don't keep doing yourself a disservice. Settle yourself. Love yourself enough. And this is what I have to tell my sons. I don't ever want my sons to feel like their approval and their validation is in no woman. It's not even in me. It's in God. We really gotta stop a minute. We gotta stop. We gotta pause for the cause. Cause the enemy is really playing a lot of games on people emotional welfare, their mental being, and it's causing a lot of stress, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. And it's no gray areas. Like at this point, we can see what's going on. But one thing what Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. We all have to look in the mirror. I don't care if you put your camera on and flip the thing around. Look at yourself and ask yourself, what you smell like? What you tasting like these days? Because bitterness, it has nothing sweet about it. Anger, it ain't cool. So not only do we need to annihilate and kill the angry black woman. Because don't think because a woman is passionate, she's excited, she's on fire about what it is, that don't mean she angry. And just because she loud or whatever, that don't mean she angry. And just because she done been through situations and they didn't work, that don't mean she's angry. Because truth be told, it's a lot of women that are going out of their way to get some type of healing. They're going out of their way to find some type of peace from the trauma that we experience from the lies, the deceit, and at the hand of a bitter man. But we not going to sit here and continue to point the finger. You do your part. Get your healing if you want it. Get your healing if you want it. Man was created to commune with God. Man was created to walk in dominion. Woman was created to walk in dominion, to commune with God, to be in fellowship with man. Come on. We can't fellowship when it's anger. We can be angry, but sin not. But resent, bitterness, the root is being contrary to productivity. It's being contrary to sweet Savior. The aroma that's coming up is foul. That ain't pleasing to God. So do yourself a favor. If you single, this is coming from a happily single woman, whole in her right mind. Let me tell you, if you're single, do yourself a favor and heal. Do your future, your destiny, your children a favor and heal. Quit going around broken and bitter. This go for everybody. Ladies, y'all already know we are reclaiming our pearls. I take my assignment so serious. We reclaiming our pearls. Good morning, neighbor. I take my assignment so serious. I don't care who don't like it. I have to answer to God. And when he gave it to me because he know I've never been bitter, but broken. I know that place. And I choose to allow God. I chose that. I chose healing. I chose breakthrough. I chose restoration. I chose better. And guess what? You can choose it too. If you want to be. Because some people don't want it. Some people don't want it. But there's no freedom in anger. That's weight. That's weighing you down. It's slowing you down from producing. There's no freedom in resentment. It's weight. It's slowing you down. The word of God say, lay aside every weight and sin that easily beset you. Lay it aside. Today, it's Tuesday. I am Tiffany. Empower, Impact, Ignite. Please be excited about the call that God has on your life. What I love about the men, the call that God have on his men, let me tell you, if you really understood that all God wanted to do was be in fellowship with you, you wouldn't run from the relationship that the Father want to have from you. You won't run from the healing that God wants to do, the restoration that God wants to put in you, the hope that he want to put back in you. All that stuff the enemy robbed from a lot of men, even from childhood, at the hands of a foul woman. I'm telling you, y'all wouldn't believe the stuff that I hear and people share. I'm telling you, y'all wouldn't believe it. But it's certain things that God don't mind going all the way back. Because he did it for me. He'll take you all the way back to your childhood and he'll begin to restore you from the place, says, that the enemy stole from you. Because the enemy wants us to be savages. He wants us to be around here like we on beast mode, on edge, not really flourishing in God, in the dominion and the kingship and the queenship in the heavenly places. But I'm telling you, that's a good place to be. Don't let the enemy rob you. Make up your mind that no more will the enemy rob you of your place of peace, your place of dominion, your place of power. Because let me tell you, anger and bitterness, resentfulness, and unsweetness, it don't look good on me. It don't look good on us. You know what I'm saying? It just don't look good. It don't. But it's a choice. Choose to be free. In your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul. Choose to be free. Each realm, choose to be free in every area of your life. I don't care how toxic your baby mamas and them is and your family and them is. You choose to be free. Let no one hold you bound, hold you down. Choose freedom. Choose it. Choose it. And the choice starts in your mind. In your mind. It starts in your mind. The most lethal and dangerous place is a made-up mind. Do yourself a favor and give yourself an opportunity to love again, to live again, to laugh again. And it's in your healing. It's in your healing. It's in your healing, man. It is in your healing. And this is coming from, man, if y'all done been following me, y'all already know. This coming from somebody, man, I'm telling you, it's a choice. That's all I'm going to say. Because I can be on here for hours and talk about the situation. It's a choice. It's a choice. And my prayer is that you choose to be better, be healed. Girls, reclaim your pearls. If you're a brother, we can go deeper in these conversations. I do have the group. What about the black man? Black men are suffering at an all-time high. They suffer in silence. A lot of times, I believe that a lot of stress that men are, they put themselves under a lot of stress as well too, but they are under a lot of mental stress, a lot of physical stress and strain. They worry, and they don't know how to communicate these different issues a lot of time. And I just want to let y'all know that we do hear you. We do care. And y'all can still have this conversation. You know, you don't have to keep it all in and bottle it in, because that stuff causes stress. That stuff causes strain on you. And that's why a lot of men dealing with different heart issues and stuff like that. Like, listen, we got to have these conversations. And we can't sit back and continue to let stress kill our brothers off. I don't want to see my child stress. I don't want my children to really go through stress. I want them to know how to execute under stress. Like, and what's happening, we've normalized women being under stress and men running from stressful situations. And a lot of times as women, we will be under so much pressure, and we know how to function and multitask, but really you're not even flourishing because you under stress. And stress is like a silent killer, y'all. Stress can cause your judgment, your mind, and different things to be cloudy. So I want to have these conversations. I want to see us whole. I want to see us heal. I want to see us having a good time, laughing and living this thing what we call in life, and weathering these storms, and knowing that we don't have to, sit back and weather them as a victim, in a defeated stance, but being victorious. And victory starts in your mind. Victory starts in your mind. So I'm believing the report of the Lord on the behalf of the brothers and my sisters. But I believe that God has some great things in store for us. So today was Tell It Tuesday. Yesterday was Mindset Monday. All month I'll be talking about mindset, mental health, stress. And we're just going to continue to assassinate certain enemies that we have. We should not be each other's enemies, but we're going to assassinate different things, and definitely in the physical, the spiritual realm as well. So I'm super excited. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Women Crush Wednesday. If you know a woman that's doing a thing, shout her out or submit it to me. I can shout her out as well. I got the woman for tomorrow already ready to roll and rock, because guess what? We got to let women know that they are appreciated as well. I wasn't led to do the MCM thing, but maybe I can do that in June or whatever like that. But tomorrow we're gonna shout you out, ladies. You working hard, you're doing your thing, you striving, you putting in work. Yep, we gotta do it. Give honor where honor is due. If you're a man and you find yourself not even showing love to the opposite, man, find somebody to shout out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's your mom, your daughter, the woman that maybe you might not be with the mother of your children, but get in a place of appreciation and let's begin to lift each other up. Like, real gonna recognize real. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real, and we got to quit condoning and upholding toxic and dysfunctional behaviors. At the end of the day, the worst thing a person can do is not appreciate the person that brought forth life to their own seed. And we got men that do not appreciate the person that could have died, lost their life, that brought forth the life of their seed. Like, at the end of the day, if those relationships are old and dead, we all human, y'all. We all human, and we got to find healthier ways to handle situations. Like, we got to be intentional about that. Like, we got to, and it's very vital right now to the success of our culture, of our people. Because Black history didn't end, because February is gone. We don't need permission, to celebrate, what is taking place. So let's begin to, raise the bar. Let's set new normals. I don't know what people waiting on. Things are not going back to normal. So let's begin to embrace and appreciate each other as a whole. And I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm believing that change is going to come. Change is going to come. And what we got to do is be the change that we want to see. Do your part, because ministry, it starts at home. Period. Point blank. If it's things that you've done in your past, and if you can't make amends necessarily with that person, do right today. Repent to God today. Be accountable for your part, because at the end of the day, 2 wrongs don't make a right, and one person don't be in a relationship by themselves. Make amends with it. Forgive yourself. Do what you need to do, but heal, and let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's grow. Let's grow together. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Submit the ladies. If y'all got ladies that y'all want to submit, or y'all want me to shout out, man, I take this thing serious. I take this thing serious. So I appreciate every woman that's been intentional with reclaiming their pearls. I thank y'all. And as we're reclaiming our pearls, and God is elevating and raising us up, ladies, I want y'all to know He's not raising us up to dog and destroy and put our mouth on the brothers now. He raising us up so He can teach us how to carry ourselves, how to respect ourselves, how to show love, how to have standards, so that way we all can grow and rise, as a people. It's vital, y'all. It's vital. It is so vital. I am Tiffany. Empower, Impact, Ignite. Blessings to you all.